Hey everybody, it's me Mattspurs, and I'm back again with another Tottenham Hotspur video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe so you are up to date with all of my videos whenever I release them. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Newcastle United because they are our next opponent in the match that we will play at St James's Park tomorrow, 6 PM kickoff UK time. So I'm going to start by talking about the home side, Newcastle, because tomorrow Tottenham will be the away side. Hopefully we won't be playing in that turquoise kit, which has led to us having some really poor games recently. But anyway, in terms of Newcastle, it's very interesting because they have a lot of players that have played for us. Obviously Danny Rose, who is on loan there, but he won't be able to play in the match, so Danny Rose won't be playing tomorrow. However, they do have DeAndre Yedlin, who played at Spurs for a little bit, and of course they have Nabil Bentaleb. I'm not sure if Nabil Bentaleb is a permanent signing or a loan signing, but they both could start or have some game time tomorrow. Another player that is a doubt, which is a good thing, is Alain Saint-Maximin, who is undoubtedly their best player. Whenever I've watched Newcastle play, they haven't been pretty, but Saint-Maximin is definitely a player who can run fast with the ball, pacey, he's got great stamina, and could be tricky for our defence. Could mean that Sanchez might continue in the back four. They have other players such as Miguel Almiron, who they spent a lot of money on, Jonjo Shelvey as well. But I think overall we should be able to beat them. The last few games they've played, in the last match Newcastle lost 2-1 to Watford. The game before that they lost 5-0 to Manchester City. And in the match before that they drew 2-2 with West Ham. And so they haven't been in great form. The only two teams they've beaten, I think, since the restart have been Sheffield United, who they beat 3-0 at St James's Park. But Sheffield United were down to 10 men in that match. Also, they beat Bournemouth 4-1 as well. But I guess that has kind of kickstarted Bournemouth's season because obviously Bournemouth got a 0-0 draw against us, and then they beat Leicester 4-1 in the last match they played. So I guess we will see what kind of Newcastle team comes against us. Interesting fact, if you didn't know, is that Jose Mourinho has never won at St James's Park. So I'm sure he has a lot of motivation to win this game because obviously he's never won there. So that's why I expect Spurs maybe to put out a near full strength team. Actually, I don't know. It depends obviously how our players are feeling after the last match against Arsenal. Son Heung-min and Lucas Moura both played nearly the whole game. So it will be interesting to see if they play again, because some quarters have said maybe he could bring in Bergwijn and Lamela. Obviously Tottenham. Let's talk about the Spurs now. Tottenham will be still without Eric Dyer because he continues his suspension for walking into the crowd. So we will be without Eric Dyer. Dele Alli, I think he seems a little bit injured still. I haven't seen Jose Mourinho's press conference, but I'm sure we'll see later whether Dele Alli will be involved. If he is, I do expect him only to be on the bench. In terms of Tottenham, I guess I can expect us to play in a similar way, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if we said same again. I did like the 4-4-2 formation. I was a bit unsure at the beginning, but as that game wore on, I thought it really nullified the wingers and the strikers. And obviously Newcastle as well are dangerous on the wings with Alain Saint-Maximin. Also on the other side, I think Matt Ritchie is on the other side, or Christian Atsu is on the other side. So they are dangerous, tricky wingers. So you could see something like Hugo Lloris in goal. Obviously, right back we might have a choice to make. We don't know if Serge Aurier will be able to play in the game, obviously due to the death of his brother. To be honest with you, if he died, to be honest with you, I wouldn't expect him to play, because for me, if my brother died or someone in my close family died, I don't think I'll be in the right frame of mind to play a football match a few days later. I don't think he's trained today, and maybe um, that could mean that we could try somebody else at right back. So Hugo Lloris could be in goal. What could happen is a Japhet Tanganga could come in at right back, because he was on the bench against Arsenal. So if Jose Mourinho is willing to put Tanganga on the bench, maybe he's good enough to play in the game. So you could see Hugo Lloris, like I said, in goal. Right back, Japhet Tanganga. Left back, Ben Davis. I was going to say Danny Rose then. Left back, Ben Davis. Danny Rose is on loan to Newcastle, but I think because he is playing in Newcastle, he's in my mind. But yes, left back Ben Davis. And then in defence, we've got Toby Alderweireld and Davinson Sanchez. And I think in midfield, we're going to go for Bergwijn, maybe on the left wing. And then we could see, again, Lo Celso. It depends if he's okay to play again. Lo Celso and Winks in the middle. And then on the right, we could see Moussa Sissoko. And then, of course, up top, we'll see Harry Kane and I guess Son Heung-min as well. So we'll see anyway tomorrow what the game will be. In my mind, I think Tottenham will win maybe 1 or 2-0. I think we'll shut up shop, which will be very, very good, and we'll continue our defensive good form. And I think after the Arsenal match, I think we'll have a lot more confidence going forward. I can see a much more confident Tottenham performance against a struggling Newcastle side, whose season is pretty much done with, because they are not going to get relegated and they're not going to get in the top half of the table either. So they could be already on their holidays. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think should be the starting 11 tomorrow? What do you think the score will be? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, come on, you Spurs.